Okay, so okay, now looking at hash functions, let me just explain it in simple terms. Now, what is hashing? Um, just take it like this. Hashing is when you take when you make like a digital fingerprint of any data. It could be a password, it could be a file, it could be a message, it could be anything. Yeah. When you use a simple mass function or mass formula called hash function, that's basically hashing. That one might not make sense. Let me put it in a way that is going to make more sense. So just take, for example, you have like a fruit smoothie. Then you've already blended the fruits. You have a pen here. Definitely, you know you can't reverse the process. That's you can't reverse the process that you've done. That's that mixing of the fruits now to get a fruit smoothie. You can't reverse the process and get the exact fruit back. But if someone else blends the same fruit the same way, they will get the same smoothie. That's actually there's a difference between hashing and this guy, this encryption and decryption. It's very, very important. There was one interview I attended. The professor actually asked me what's the difference between encryption and hashing. It's very, very good to know that hashing is not reversible, it is irreversible. You get the process now. I'm taking pine just take different fruits, for example, mix them up together. You will get like a product or a resource. You can't go back from that result to the original this thing. But you know that encryption, you can encrypt something like basically how hashing works. Take for example, you have a password now. There's a hash function. In the case of encryption, you know that that's like algorithm. There's a hash function. It has a unique fixed length. Now, the same input will always give you the same hash. Any small change in the input will give you a completely different hash. And as a matter of fact, that's what all these password databases, that's what they use. Hashing is what they use. Now, we already know why it is important because of password. They use it for password a lot, even data integrity, they use it for that a lot. Please now note, very, very important, very key. There's a difference between hashing and encryption. There's a difference between hashing and encryption. Hashing is one way, encryption is two way. What I mean by two way is that it's, it's reversible, it can go back and forth. You get now for hashing, you can't get the original data back. For encryption, you can always decrypt it with a key. We know the two types, we know symmetric and asymmetric. You can always decrypt it with a key. You can go back to the original result or the original input. Now, what are the different examples of hash? You see more of them in practical cybersecurity. You even deal more functions. Now, one is MD5. One is MD5. That one will be like a personal study. You need MD5 now. Like if you want to get the hash from the hash value of my name, let's say John. You want to get the hash. Okay, sorry for the break. The network is not at its strongest. So I was saying that there's a fixed value you're going to have. So apart from MD5, we also have SHA-1, we have SHA-256, we have Bcrypt and the likes of that. You can always like read that up yourself. So aside that, we have different secure hash function which we can always look at. So we have collision resistance. Um, I don't want to talk more about this collision resistance. I have the assumption that we've already read it, probably privately or something. Now, these are the use cases of hashing. Those are the use cases. Just follow up the slide, the way I'm going through the slide. Those are the use cases of hashing. Now, let's move to another important aspect of cryptography. Cryptography as it concerns metadata. Okay, now
It's just simple, just like investment. You just mine once they launch it, you already have your money that you can now. When they launch now? Yeah, they've launched like the one I've been doing for like 3 years now. They've launched one.
Mr. Boniface, I believe his network went bad again. So just before he joins us, I'm just going to briefly continue from where he stopped. Let me quickly share my screen. So I believe about end-to-end encryption. I think that was the slide he was on. So I don't know if we've seen our WhatsApp, for example, whereby I think in each chat you will see this end-to-end encryption. What it basically means is that the conversation between you and that person is encrypted. It's quite different from link encryption in the sense that the message leaving me, Christiana, and I'm sending it to Mr. Boniface, for example. So that message, before as it leaves me, that whole process, it becomes encrypted. No third party, before it passes through the WhatsApp server, is encrypted. No third party can actually see that message or have access to it because it would push before them. Then when it gets to whoever I'm sending it to, Mr. Boniface, then it becomes clear. Let me just check if he's back so he can continue.
yes, ma'am.
Okay, I think he's back with us. And link encryption, just from the picture, you can see that link from one point to another. Mr. Boniface?
Yes, I was waiting for you to finish up.
Oh, I didn't know you had joined back. Sorry. So please go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm sorry about the whole the whole break in transmission. I don't know why it's just happening this way. So sorry about that. Okay. I'm sincerely sorry about that. The thing has a way of destabilizing someone. Even if you are in the process of explaining something and your network just trips up and what have you. Okay, that aside, I know I was going to explain metadata. Yeah. If you notice, I am not going according to the slide. I am picking like various key aspects. That's because when you are out there, I'm not saying you are not going to see some aspect, but you see some aspect and you will see some. Nobody's going to ask you, oh yeah, bring your pen, come and encrypt this thing for me, come and change this name to the base 64 equivalent with your pen. No, nobody's going to do that. That's why there is no need to be explaining the mathematics that is involved. I already talked about that yesterday, but I want to reiterate that point because some of you may be like, okay, he's skipping some things and he's on some things. Okay, now if you look at the slide currently, is on slide 76, talking about that Tor project, that browser we talked about the other time when we're talking about dark web. Now, I already explained it before, but this slide now will give you like a perfect description of what that encryption is. So you see, one issue with link and end-to-end encryption, why the data portion is encrypted, keys are exposed. The volume of traffic between two nodes is available. Now, onion routing, that's that Tor browser that we normally use. I already told us the meaning of Tor, the onion router. It gives us extra layers of protection. For example, you want to send the message from A to B. Let's say B is the server. You want to send a message, you are A, you want to send the message to B. Take, for example, you want to visit Facebook or you are using Tor browser. Conventional browsers like I think Chrome, yeah, you just go there straight up. If you're using a VPN, Max is going to just give you one layer of encryption, then that's all. Just tunnel you straight up, that's all. But if you are using Tor browser, it has tendency of consuming more of your data anyways. It goes from the description on the slide, A picks X, Y. A encrypts communication using this public key, adds a header from Z to B, and encrypts use everything using Z's public key. So you can go through the process there. The point I'm just trying to make is that it gives you up to 3 layers of extra security. Now, that brings me to something they call metadata. Please pay attention to this one. It's very important. Metadata. Now, you may be like, what are metadata? Or what is metadata? Now, metadata is like data about a data. A good example is you have a book. How do you recognize the book? That's by somebody asking you, what is the name of the book? Take, for example, you go to a library and you are looking for a particular book. You can't just go there and start looking up and down. Pattern in which they save things. There is a pattern. Now, one key feature is by using the name of the book. That name of the book, that name, I'm sure you know, is like a data. The book itself is like a data, but you can call it like an information anyways. Like a data. So now that name now is what? Is a data about a data. That's what they call metadata. Please, it's important. Let me use one more example to make it very, very clear. Say you have a picture, you snapped your picture, you snapped yourself. I say you snapped a picture. In that picture, what you're just seeing with your eye is what pixel representation of who you are now, fine boy, fine girl. But then there are other information that are always embedded in that picture. Just your naked eye, you're not going to know, you're not going to see it, you're not going to know. But with the use of tools, those those information can be brought out. Now let's take a picture for example. Let's say you upload a picture to no, let's say you take a picture before you upload. I will go to that uploading later. Let's say you take a picture. Now you save the picture in your phone or something, your phone. After you save the picture, do you know that there are certain information that or more information that has actually been embedded with that picture? It's not just picture alone. It's not just picture alone. One very clear one that I know everyone knows the name of the picture. I'm sure you know that's an information about an information. What is the new information? No, what is the information originally? That's the picture. What is the new information now? The name of the picture. You get? I can actually give my laptop to any of you and say, hello, go and check and look for this picture. The name of that picture is bonnie.jpg. Right? Now, additionally, there are more things that are actually embedded. One is the date and time the photo was taken. Another one is the camera or phone model that was used to take the picture. Those things are embedded. Another one is the location, like exact coordinates. I will talk about that one shortly. Another one is the resolution, which everybody you know how to do that one under properties. You go and check the image size, go and check the quality and stuff like that. Another one is author. If you've written Microsoft Word documents, if you've written it very well, you will notice that sometimes me, when I want to sorry, I shouldn't be saying this on recorded stuff. Okay, let's skip that part. But the point is, when you write something on this thing, Microsoft Word, the name, the person that wrote that thing is actually attached with it. Yes, okay, let me give you a very good instance. Very simple example. You this one is very straightforward. You'll now discover what I'm talking about. So also the history. Now, while my MS Word file is loading up, I also use one of the tools that we can use to get uh, so I will show you. Okay, sharing. Okay, good. Now let me share my screen. I'll share the entire screen. Now that's my entire screen. Now look at this is documents folder. It has a lot of documents. Let me be sure you can see what I'm sharing. Okay, you can see it. Now look at this one in particular, this ref. What are the metadata? Metadata there. You can see under type, it has the type MS Word document. Under authors, you can see my full name. Under size, 15.7 KB. Under date modified. These are the metadata. These are the information. Apart from the normal information that is there, let's open these Word documents to see what is there. So apart from these Word documents, apart from what you can see ordinarily, there are other information that are associated with this data or with this information to the okay. Once it opens, I will close it. Then I will now tell you, okay, if let's say I want to remove a particular metadata from it. Let's say I want to remove a particular metadata from it. You see how I'll just do that. I'll just remove the name of the author. Now you can see okay, it's a blank, should be a blank document. It's a blank document. Intentionally open the blank document. Okay, it's not blank. Oh, it's not blank, it's not blank. I was thinking it was blank. So that's that about that. I will close this document now. Now, let's go back there. This is the ref, right? Let's right click on it. Right click on it. Then we'll go to properties. Properties. General. You can see this is more information about the what? About the metadata. You can go to security. You can see these are the permissions that they have on this particular file. You can go to details. Now remove properties and personal information. I want to remove the authors. I want to remove last saved by. Those two information. Okay, I want to remove them. I'll remove, you see, I change this thing to remove the following properties from the file. I click on authors, I click on last saved by, I click on OK. Now, this particular information, this particular data here, this data, this file that is called ref, if I say the word, the person cannot trace it back that I was the one that created the document. The person cannot trace it. The person can trace it that it was an HP laptop that was used though, but the person cannot trace it that I was the one that created the document. I've already removed the particular information from there. So I'm going to close this screen now. So I'm sure you know that this is what they call metadata. Now, this is where something gets interesting. Good number of you share your information, you upload any picture, you upload it to the internet. Thank your stars that some of all these social media companies, they intentionally take away, take for example, the exact coordinates where the picture was taken. They normally feel, no, filter is not the word. They normally remove those information. You not just know, you just some of you even the thing you sorry, some of you even the slightest thing, you've already taken the picture, you've already uploaded it on the internet. Maybe you don't really know, and I won't blame anyone because it's when you have the knowledge of something that you will now be very careful in the way you operate in that environment. In the internet space, the information you drop there is actually very, very crucial. It can be used to make or mar you. Now, when you upload a particular picture to Facebook, God bless, sorry, I don't know if God bless them or what have you, but those social media companies, for the sake of privacy or what they promised you, they will remove some metadata from it. That they will remove the long and large, that's the coordinates. They will remove, I don't have a full information of all those things they remove, but they remove some very vital things that if they don't remove them, just your picture that you are uploading on, I can take that picture, I can extract the I can extract certain information from it, and I'm already getting some things that ordinarily I'm not meant to get. Let me open my Kali. I'll open my Kali and I will show you typically, how we are going to just extract one information from all the metadata, all the information that are associated with a particular picture. So while that is loading up, we are going to continue down. So that's metadata for you. So the message there is that you just need to be very careful with what you upload over there. Now, there are different tools that people use to extract metadata. There are different tools that we use to extract metadata from a particular listing. One of them is what EXIF tool. That's the one I'm going to show you. I'm going to use it here. How you can extract the metadata from a particular image, and it's actually very, very detailed. I'm just waiting for my colleague to load up. Okay. Okay. While it does that, we continue. Okay, while that is loading up in the background, so we don't like waste too much of our time. Let's mind you, we are still on metadata, but still let's proceed to the next. Let's another thing. Now going back to encryption. Now those two guys are actually different. The two of them are actually different. The thing is that encryption, you're actually converting something to something. Meanwhile, steganography, something is going to be moving in your presence, but you will not know that you will not know in front of you. Yes. So now we're going to just after this one is done loading, then I show you that. Then I will now show you again. I will now show you again how we can that file that you guys created. I will show you how we can uh, tweak it. How we can tweak it, then effect it, that's make it work. Hmm. Okay. Coming. And this is a sign that I need to change my laptop. It's just too slow. Just too slow. Okay. Okay. So while that is loading in the background, we'll still need to proceed. We can't just keep waiting for it to load. Now, you may be like, what are the thing? There are different tools that can actually to do it. Say you want to hide a file in a file. Say you want to extract a file from a file. There are different tools that can actually aid us to do all this. Now, it's one thing to hide a file in a file, that's put a file in a file. It's another thing to extract it. We know of a very popular one, which is what WinRAR. We use WinRAR a lot to hide a file in a file. There is one that comes with Windows, which is iExpress, but we'll not talk about that one today. I'm just waiting for my Kali to load up. Then I show you what I want to show you on that metadata. Then we move into steganography. Okay, so now I finally have a tool. I finally have a tool that I just installed now, right now, for this thing. That's for steganography. The name of that tool is OpenStego. OpenStego. I think before now I was using StegHide, but I had to download OpenStego. Now let me show you. You can download it. Me, I just that's the exe file, not on Linux on my. Now this is it. Sorry, I'm not sure it's showing you well. Now, this is it. This is the file. That's if you open the file, if you load it up, this is what it's going to give you. This is a very good tool for what? For steganography. You want to keep a file inside the file. Now, let's play around it. I'm not too familiar with this, so we're going to play around it together. We go to the app, we go there. So now, what do we want to do? Let's assume we want to hide a file in a file. We want to put something inside something. So we're going to go through it together. Message file. So let's select any. So we're going to choose any random picture that we like. I don't know what's making my laptop hang. Okay. Okay, I'm looking for a perfect picture we can choose to make it work. Okay, so let's use this. So it's asking cover file. Select multiple files or provide a wildcard to embed same message in multiple files. This is just for the sake of illustration because I don't even know which particular picture is this pic.jpg. I just choose some. So cover file, that's what it's going to show. Let's use pop.jpg. Output stego file. That's what's going to appear to the person. So we pick something from here. So now it's asking us for the password. Let's just put a password. Let's put 12345. Confirm password 12345. Hide data. Mind you, we are hiding a data. .jpg. Hide data. Override. It's trying to tell me that something like this already exists before. There's an error. Image size not enough to embed the data. Anyways, we can always fix that up. I'm just trying to explain to you the process of hiding a data inside another data. Do you get hiding a data inside another data? So that's that about that. That's that about the steganography file, the steganography tool. Like I said, there's open stego, there is steg hide. There are different types. When you search the internet, you are always going to see them. I don't want to start troubleshooting what the problem is in this one, so we can as well just leave it. So moving, I think the reason why my Kali is taking forever to load is because it's looking like I'm just launching the Kali like newly, like launching it newly on the VMware. That's why it's taking forever to load. So that's basically that about steganography. That's that about metadata. That's that about encryption and decryption. Okay, another way we can still do it is we can use some tools on the internet. There are some open source tools that you can use on the internet to get the metadata from a particular picture. Let's check online. So I'm going to share my screen. Mind you, what I was trying to do before was to use my Linux to show you that something like this actually exists. I'm going to use Linux. I'll write the command, then I'm going to show you. But since it is taking a lot of time to come up, I'm going to just show you how we can do it on the internet. So now, just normal. You check for exif2. It's not. Come here and just check for maybe exif2. Exif is actually a tool that is used to view metadata. Yes, exif is a tool that is used to view metadata. So using this one, the one that we have online, let's choose a file. Let's see the amount of information embedded in that file. So I'm sorry, you shouldn't be seeing these pictures. Let's come here. Let's choose. Okay, good. Let's choose this one where I was trying to be a fine guy. Okay, so we are uploading it. Now, look at the information that we have about that picture. I just need to be sure you can all see it. Now, look at the information we have about. Now, do you see this? Everything that you're seeing here, you can also see it on your Linux. Linux, you don't need to connect to the internet. You don't need to connect to the internet before you will get all the information. But that's what is not working for our sake or something. If you notice something, look at the name of this picture, WhatsApp image 2024, and so on and so forth. What it means is that I've uploaded this picture on my WhatsApp. Most likely my WhatsApp DP or something. That's my profile picture. Yeah. So please, Christina or someone should confirm if they can hear me perfectly.
I can hear
Because
you.
this aspect is also right now.
I can hear you, so I don't know.
Thank you. You can't hear me or you can hear me?
I can hear you.
Sir, we cannot hear you.
Sorry, Mr. Bumi, what did you say? Oh, okay. So going back to that website, like I said, the same thing can be done with Kali. So now you can see the information that these are the information embedded in this particular file. So look at it. File name, it has already encrypted it for us. That's given us a different file name. This is not the file name we provided. Directory /tmp, file size, it's 7 kilobytes. File modification date and time. File permission, just read, write. That's only and write. We are going to explain this thing when we're talking about command line, when we're teaching you command line interface. We'll explain file permissions. Let's move to some very important aspect. Now, they didn't tell us, if they didn't give us information about, let me see, location, about camera that was used to take it, about different things, and you already know the reason why. This picture has already gone through a social media platform. So all those information have been withdrawn, they've been taken down from it. So that's that about that. Now, I actually want to show you a process whereby you see that file you created. You can actually, the word is not encrypt, it's steganography. You can actually use the steganography technique. It's not going to appear as a .bat file. It's going to appear as another file. When it appears as such, you would then be able to execute it. Now let's try something. Yes, not still. Oh, finally it's coming up. Okay, now please, I need you to follow me. This one is not, it's not ready for us. Let's go to our, let's go to pictures. We are going to use one picture here as like a sample picture or something. So let's use this one. Let's use this one. This is a picture, right? I will change the name. Let me change the name to Fine Boy. No, let me change the name FINE. Can you imagine? Okay, fine. Changing name to Fine. Now you will you are going to see, you will see what I'm going to do now. Like I would create a, let me create a bat file. Let me create a bat file. I can open a notepad. I can open a notepad. Everything is just slow. Notepad. So let's open this. So let's write a simple bat script. Echo of echo hello world. This one is just to say hello world. I am your bat file running in the background. I'm a bat file running in the background. Okay, so after that, you can just time out. That's the time is going to show and get out. Let's use 3 seconds. Time out 3 seconds. Start. We're going to start. What's the name of that picture? Fine. So start find.jpg. Find.jpg. So we are going to save this. But mind you, save it as a bat file. Control S. So let's save this. What do we call this guy? Let's call it under pictures. We can put it under pictures. Under pictures. Let's call it, what do I call it? Let's call it ugly. Ugly dot bat. So this is our bat file. Change this save as type, change it to all files. Then you save it. This is our bat file. Mind you, what this guy is going to do is going to run this program. It's going to run this program, then start that that image, that one that is find.jpg. So now we'll create another notepad. We'll create, I think I've written that code before somewhere. Notepad. Now we are going to write a script there also, but this script is going to call this script is going to call this our where's that bat file? Okay, that ugly.bat. The script is going to call ugly.bat. I think I've written the script somewhere before. I just need to locate it, so I'll not disturb myself again. Okay, documents. Oh my goodness. I don't want to start writing the script step by step. I know I've written it somewhere before. I don't just know where I kept it. Okay. I think I know where to get it from. Sorry, the class is taking a bit of, it's not really moving as fast as you would want it to move. This practical session can be can be might not go as fast as you want it to go. Okay. Okay, finally copied it. So we go back there, we paste the code there. So instead of we use this payload, that was I used before, we don't use payload. We use the name of our bat file, ugly.bat. We save it. Let's save it with. Oh, let me explain what this thing does, or what it's going to do. This 0 here particularly is going to hide the CMD window. That's that command window. So basically, this guy is going to run. It's like calling it. It's going to run this ugly.bat. So let's save it. Let's call it let's change the location, the place where others are located. I think others are located under pictures. Under pictures. Are they under tools? Under pictures. Okay. So we save it as, let's just save it as bomb all files dot is a VBS file dot VBS. Save. So we can close this guy. Okay, so let me close the entire screen so you see what is going on. Please be very careful. I think this thing, okay, this thing will just load up the picture, should load up the picture. Now, what you are seeing on the screen Oh, sorry. What you are seeing on the screen ordinarily is just like ordinary file here, this file. But now, this file, the content of this file is calling this ugly. It's calling this ugly. Meanwhile, in this ugly file is calling this picture. All of them are situated in the same place, right? The point is that this one is not looking malicious. This one is just looking like ordinary. Now, ideally, if we launch this guy, it should launch this one, provided there is no error, provided it's not going to give us any error. If we load this guy from the script we've written, it's going to load, it's going to open up this guy. Now, what's the message there? The message is we can actually call file, call this one to have effect, call this one to have effect, and so on and so forth. The one I would have loved to show us is whereby we can put a file inside a file, but I've done it before, but I tried doing it before this class. I got some errors and what have you. I could not solve the error. So there's no way I'm going to display something that is giving error. My intention was to, that shutdown file, I'm going to put it inside a picture. Then the moment you click on the picture, you just want to see the picture, right? The shutdown file is going to load in the background. I just tried it once. I didn't try it like multiple times. I tried it once and it gave me like some kind of error. So I just said I was going to show you guys another day. So let's just check out this one. Let's see what's going to bring up for us. It may take time. I'm not seeing any effects. There's nothing. It's not showing us anything. Let's load it up again. Okay, yeah, that's done. Can you see? Can you see? It has actually can see it. Yes, you can see it. It has actually brought right. Now, the point is my laptop is misbehaving. The point is, guy, that's this bomb, BOMB, is a script that called, is a VBS file, malicious at all. It's a script that called this guy. And what is the content of this guy? The content of this ugly.bat is to what? Is to load up this guy, right? So now let's do something beautiful. Let's do something beautiful. This one is just loading up a picture. There's no problem about that. Let's get a bat file that is going to make our screen spin all around. So I'm going to ask ChatGPT to give me that code, the bat file that will make our screen spin all around. So let's come in. So I'm going to write it. I'm going to give the prompt to ChatGPT. ChatGPT is going to provide us with what we need. The script that is going to spin our screen, kind of like spin the screen and what have you. We'll now put that script. We'll now put that script inside that ugly.bat. Remember, our VBS is calling our VBS file, that bomb.vbs, that bomb file is calling the other one. So whatever, that one is not looking malicious. So whenever that one is clicked, whenever that one is going to have effect, it's going to run the other one, even if the other one is looking malicious or what have you. Everything is just hanging. Everything is just not working appropriately. The one I could have was to shut down the laptop, but then it doesn't make any sense. You're shutting down the laptop. It's going to disrupt the class and it's going to disrupt the class. I know what's wrong with my system. It's actually overheating. That's why it's just very slow. So I'll try it now. I'm telling AI that I need a Dozibot script screen spin 180 degrees. I'll make my screen spin 180 degrees. Sorry, 1 minute. That's also like trying to tell you that you can always use all these AI tools to help you out. Yeah. Um, okay now. Display changer. I don't have display changer. I need the code that is going to work correctly. I need the dot script that will what will the dot bat script do that will uh, trying to see what I can do. Who has an idea? I don't know. I'm just short of ideas here. What I can actually put in the script that's going to work here without affecting the class. A very good example is shutdown. It's going to just shut down, but it's going to shut down the system and everything. I need. I was thinking of rotating the screen, but I think they need a functionality that's display changer. Okay, let me just try the one of display changer. If display changer is going to work. So now I have a script written. I don't even know what's showing you guys. Okay, you are seeing this thing. I don't see the so let's locate that our file ugly.bat. Let's open it with then open with. How come it doesn't have open with? Edit. So now instead of it to start this guy, let's rewrite it. Let's save it. So mind you, we are not too sure if it's going to work because of this DC. This DC means display changer. So that display changer needs to be in the system part. Like there's some explanation there down there. So click on this bomb. So if it's going to work, it's to rotate the screen. If it's not going to work, it will not. So let's see if it's taking time. Wait for just 1 more minute. If it doesn't do, then probably there's a problem with the code that we use or the script that we use. Okay, it's not. So let's wrap it up here. But then I'll wrap it up by saying the most important thing you need to know is that such a concept known as cryptography exists. Please take note of it. If we had skipped something like this, when we go to web application penetration testing, there are some aspects that you're going to be seeing. Some SHA-256, you've seen some MD5 hashing, and you will not know what they are. But with this, and you can also go and read more, you're going to know that, okay, such things, this kind of things exist, and so on and so forth. So please, like I said, subsequently, we've got to the stage whereby we are going to be doing assignments to each, we're going to be doing correction to each assignment. So any assignment that's given to you, you're going to do the correction. And most likely, God helping us, is going to be on Fridays, every Fridays, because now we're already stepping on the technical aspect. Is you need to brace up for it. If you have any questions, worries, problems, you can send it to either my DM or Miss Christiana's DM. Please, I might not reply immediately, but I'll reply as soon as I have the time. Yeah, so we are going to be wrapping up now.